What is cracking, everybody? New episode at Life and Lifts about to go down. I believe we're up to episode 18 now, which is pretty crazy. As I said, I would put out consistent episodes, and here we are. We've been showing up. We've been doing it, making it work. Schedule has been filling up, but I'm still just making it work. There's a saying, a man who has a why can endure anyhow. And that's what I'm doing, making it work. I always wanted to have a podcast and make things work, so we're doing it. But yeah, today's episode, we're going to be covering how to unlock confidence, how to be a confident person. Now, my take on this is that confidence is a skill that is built. I don't believe anybody, unless influenced by family and the way they were risen, made them more confident. Nobody just has it. It's just something that you either subconsciously or consciously decide to learn and get good at and master. And the fact that it's a skill means there's levels to it, and you won't be the best at it to start, or at least most people won't be the best at it to start, but you can develop that skill with practice and time. And I'll give you a bit of a framework to follow to actually improve confidence in different areas and different realms of your life. But yeah, kick off, recap. Run club this morning was solid. Once again, 6 a.m. run club. I have been doing a little bit of reviewing, and I do believe that I'm going to adjust the time to 7 a.m. I feel like 6 might be a little bit too early for most people on a Sunday morning. So next week, stay tuned. We're going to do 7 a.m. If you've wanted to come to the run club, you can walk as well. I literally walked this morning. I did about 3Ks, just cruisy walk. The boys ran and I just walked. So everyone's welcome, all fitness levels, 7 a.m. run club. Feel free to come down. So that's what I did this morning. We're now smacking this podcast out. Got some PT sessions after that. I'm then gonna do a little bit of cleaning, get myself prepared for the week. Did the meal prep last night, so we're sorted and ready to go for the next week following. So just clean the space and get everything set up and ready to go. And then I got client check-in calls this evening. And yeah, that's all life's really been for me. Deficit still going quite strong. Currently sitting around the 78, a little bit below 77.5 mark. So somewhere between 77.5, 78 mark. We're going to keep chipping away. I think go for about 75. And that's when we'll call it. When I'm nice and shredded. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this podcast. How to develop confidence. I was going to show some images of me back in the day to just give a little bit of context. When I edit this up, I may or may not chuck in some snippets of me at a younger age. We might put that in here. Me at a younger age, unconfident. Now, the reason I felt unconfident is I didn't like the way I looked, for one. Didn't like the way I looked. The skill set I had in most of the tasks I was doing wasn't at a level that I deemed sufficient or good enough. And those around me were simply better. Now, cool. It's fair enough to say that and feel that. It's fair enough to feel that. However, this is, for looking at it from an objective lens, it was true. I wasn't as good looking as some of the other guys. I wasn't as good at some sport, and they simply were just better than me. So what I was feeling was actually quite valid. And this leads into my first point of confidence. To feel confident in something, you have to have evidence. You have to have trust that what you are doing and what you have is actually does work, and it is sufficient and it is good enough. If you want to do a backflip, but you've never practiced doing backflips, you try to do a backflip and you suck at it, and you don't feel confident, that's pretty normal. Most people would say, yeah, that makes sense. You haven't practiced it. You should feel unconfident in what you're doing. If someone has put in hours and hours and hours of reps, and they're a parkourist and they practice every week, and they are super confident at doing flips, they should be, because they can do it. They've done it. They have the evidence they've done it. They put the hours in. They put the work in. It's clear as day. So yeah, for those who don't actually feel confident, it's because you don't have the proof to show that you're confident. Now, the best way to do that is to pick something, a skill, maxing out the way you look, something along those lines to then pursue and progress. For me, that was improving my physique. That was improving my ability to speak. That was putting out content. That was growing a business. That was helping other people. Those are the methods that I used to develop confidence. First one, talking physique. Didn't like the way I looked, so I started training consistently. Over time, I built muscle. I've got more jacked. I liked the way I look. It developed me confidence. If I was to go back to that older version of myself who didn't have a good physique and just say, feel confident, that shit ain't gonna work. Like, why should I feel confident? Why? What do you have to show for yourself? What do you have to prove? Like, what do you, in the standard and in comparison to everybody else, why should you feel confident? And this isn't just to say that you should just feel like shit if you're not at a certain point. However, it's a key indicator that you probably should do something about where you're at. I've done a lot of self-development work, and I believe it's super important and it's imperative to talk highly about yourself, regardless if you aren't at the position you want to be in. However, you're feeling those feelings for a reason. It's because you're not putting the work, you're not doing the things, you don't have the evidence to back where you're at. And, you can either sit there and use that and be a victim and use that as pity and be like, oh, poor me, they're just better than me, they're more lucky, they've had more chances, they've had more time in the game, they've done this and that. Or you can use those feelings and that frustration and that negativity and the annoyance as jet fuel. And you can take that feeling you have around, fuck it, Terry's better than me and James is doing more, and you can use it as some productive fuel to fucking skyrocket yourself up, put the work in necessary to actually progress yourself in life. So let's break it back. Let's make it simple. If you don't feel confident, you're here and you want to become confident over here. Say this, not confident, confident. You need to pick some areas that you want to improve in and become confident. It could be your looks, could be your physique, could be making money. It could be various different things. Once you've determined what it is and you've got the specific goal over here, you then start working towards it. Along the path, you're not going to feel good enough, and you're probably not going to feel good enough for a long last time until you get to that point. Once you've actually started making something of yourself, and if you just keep, the scale is very vast. You could keep going forever, and there's always going to be someone bigger than you and someone better than you. So it is a tricky scale to play. You have to really take into account what you want for yourself long term and your values. But once you have it pretty clear in space, that is your indicator. Maybe it's making $2,000 weeks. Maybe it's being 85 kilos lean. Maybe it's being able to bench 150 kilos. Once you have the clear goal, work towards it, your confidence will improve. Be mindful of getting caught in the web of always looking up and looking out. I believe, as a general rule and as a man, it's in particular, I think you should always keep progressing. I believe as men, you always have to just keep doing better and striving for more and building up your capacity and doing more shit. I think if you just become complacent, you just lose that zestiness about you. You just become a fucking beta. I do believe that. I just think you become soft and shit. So, but yeah, just be mindful that you're not just constantly just being detrimental to yourself with negative talk and always comparing to the top dog next to you, unless you have big fucking goals. In that case, use it as fuel. Keep working. Be fucking relentless. Use that voice in your head to just keep on pushing. Instead of it being a negative thing, turn it into productive fuel that makes you limitless. The only difference between high-performing athletes and shit athletes is the high performers use the negative emotions they feel and the scaredness and the fear and the overwhelm, and they turn it into jet fuel, and they use it to make themselves better. If they're lacking the sufficient skills, they use that self-talk to make themselves better and put in the necessary work to develop the necessary skills. If they're fearful of performing, they use it to get that upper edge. Whereas the other athlete who doesn't make it fucking says, they're just better than me. I'll never get there. I can't do this. And, they'll be a victim. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, that's how you be confident. You choose some skills, You get specific on how, like what level you want to get to, and then you just start working towards them. Along the journey, you're going to have things that will pull you back. You're not always going to feel top shit. Sometimes you'll feel like trash. And when you feel like trash, stick to the plan anyway. And use the fuel of the negative emotions, the negative self-talk, or the negative feelings, or the people doubting you. Use that as fuel to make yourself better and put in more work and fucking be a dog. You owe it to yourself. Nobody is going to achieve your dreams for you. Only you can do that. And yeah, do it for you. You know? Do it for you. Life's far too short to just keep waiting for shit to happen. You know, you got to go out and get it. I know for me personally, watching the years go by, being 18, now being 20, like shit's not getting any slower. And unless you just keep working with some intention and some vigor and fucking bit of dog, bit of passion, you're not going to make it. And that's the raw truth. And I know that I want to sit on my deathbed and not feel like I've put my all into it. I want to know that I have unlocked that maximum amount of confidence. I want to know that I've leveled up and developed the skills necessary to feel like the man I want to be. And if you feel the same, I suggest you start putting in some work. So yeah, to summarize, if you don't feel confident, it's for a reason. Use that as a way to push yourself more and work harder so that you can actually feel good enough and you can actually feel confident. It's not none of this self-talk shit. It's fucking because you're not at the level you should be at. It's not the level, it's because you're not at the level that you know you want to be at. Yeah. And remember, it's a game. You know, we can't get to Andrew Tate level. Can't get to Andrew Tate's masculine level all at once, if you even want that. But it takes time, and it's okay. But being around like-minded people who are on the journey as well will make it more fun and more enjoyable. So yeah, that's how to unlock your confidence. If this resonates with you, I would love you to share it. I would send me a message. I mean, I'm happy to chat to anybody. Like I used to struggle with this a lot, and it's only recently that I realized that what I just said, yeah, you don't feel that way for a particular reason. It's not for no reason. It's for a specific reason because you're not actually doing the necessary things to feel that way. But I know that it can be quite a shit place to be in, and I know that it can control your headspace a fair bit and feel quite negative and just overall sucky. So if any guys, any girls, anyone needs to talk about it, my DMs are always open, genuinely. And if you're unsure of how to actually achieve your goals and get there, you know, also feel free to shoot me a DM. I'm happy to give you a bit of a game plan and help you roadmap some things to achieve your goals. I got a pretty great experience level in fitness and training, and as I'm a fucking coach, obviously, my confidence level is up here. It used to be down here for this, but I've developed it over time by learning more and practicing my skill and getting feedback and improving and patching the holes in my bucket. You can do the same thing for your life and for the things and your goals and what you want to achieve. Just know that. Before we wrap up though, bit of a quick episode today. We've only been rolling for about 14 minutes. Pretty speedy. Giveaway has been announced. So Parnate Gruel was the winner. We also had Daniel Gates came in at second place and Josh DeMaria as well. He also got a runner-up prize. So yeah, congratulations guys. Parnate has won $2,000 worth of my coaching services, which is fucking nuts. Daniel and Josh won 6 weeks plus a can of OxyShred from Elite Supplements Mildura. Yeah. I'm not going to keep dragging this on. Coaching spots are available as per usual. If you are in the Mildura area, I offer free consultations. If you're not, I also offer free discovery calls. There's no strings attached, purely a conversation, get a feel for each other, for me to understand what you're looking to achieve, for you to get a feel of who I am, and for us to see if what I provide may actually help you and be the thing that will help you get to where you want to be. Feel confident, improve that physique, improve that mindset, get strong as fuck. But yeah, I offer in-person, online, and a hybrid service, which is in-person and online. I give you nutrition, I give you training, the whole shing and shaboom, the whole kit and caboodle, everything you need to get from A to B. Yeah. Run club, 7 a.m. Run/walk club. It's not just a run club. If you want to come walk, I literally walked this morning. It's open for everybody. It's purely just getting people down, doing something positive to start the day, getting around each other, talking, having fun, getting a coffee, talking about how your week's been, talking about your mindset, just connecting. I think connection is such a lacking thing in people, and it's one of my highest values, connecting with people and enjoying deep, meaningful conversations and touching each other's lives in impactful ways. So that's why I want to do this sort of stuff. So yeah, 7 a.m. run club. I also have something else in the works that's coming that's going to be super exciting. If you like training in smallish groups, if you like eating food and you want to develop a nutritional understanding of how to eat out and also do it in a fun group setting and build some awareness around what's a solid food choice when you go out to eat, plus get a training session in and learn how to push yourself hard and train in an environment of like-minded individuals, this would be a great opportunity for you. Something cooking up in the works. It'll be announced very shortly once I've got all the logistics mapped, so stay tuned. But yeah, other than that, we out of here. Podcast over. Signing off. And as always, guys, I love you. Goodbye. Hang on. I love you. Bye. See you guys. Take care.